The guy was slumping in the chair like he didn't want to be there. Your wife told you where you were going. You knew what you were doing. You knew why you were there. And you couldn't even give her the respect to listen and sit upright and be at full attention while she's talking to you. She's trying to counsel you on your marriage. What's your problem? Hey guys, I just want to do a really quick video just expressing my frustrations with how women are treated. And let's say this, how I've seen some women have been treated. So I'm going to do my best to avoid generalizations, and I want to avoid making it a class issue, or sorry, not a class issue, but a race issue, because I know more about being a black woman than I know any other race, but I can't say something doesn't happen in other groups. That's because of what happens in the group I belong to. So, sorry, someone a little bit. These videos are fun to do, but I get a little nervous. But watching that video of Iyala, is that what it is? Iyanla Vanzant, where she was counseling this husband and wife, and actually their entire family had 2 daughters. And the problem was, this man, he had been through some things, and he had some pain regarding his mother and how he was treated as a child and the love he felt he didn't get. And to deal with that pain, I guess he uses infidelity as a salve to kind of cover that wound or to make it feel better about himself. He used drugs and alcohol. During the taping, he was actually drunk and high. He used, who knows what else? He probably had attitude with his children and wife because he was upset at his mother. And that's normal. Sometimes you're frustrated with one person, you take it on another, which is not healthy at all. I'm not excusing it, but people do it. It happens all the time. And watching the way he spoke to her when the show started, and his demeanor when I questioned him what he said. He said he gave himself to Christ. She asked for clarification. She said, "You did what?" That's not her exact words. Watch the video. If I can, I'll link it here in the description so you can see it. But she asked for clarification. He said, "I gave my life to Christ." She's not slow. She maybe wanted to know what you meant by that. What did you do to actually demonstrate you gave your life to Christ? And what did that really mean? You spent more time reading the Bible? Did you start attending church? Were you doing missionary work? What exactly do you mean by that? Or however else you described you gave your life to Christ. So there's no need to speak to her as if she's, not intelligent enough to understand what you're saying, or maybe she didn't hear you. But the way he spoke to her, I'm just like, wow. I've seen that in real life. It's happened to me on the phone because I make sales calls at work, and that frustrates me. I hate to hear someone speak down to me, and when I see it done to other people, it upsets me too. I'm like, why are you speaking to that person like that? And his body language when he was on the couch near his wife, there for help, he slumped down, sat back, stomach out, like he didn't want to be there. You decided to be there. You drove your car, you got dressed, and you made a point to be there, I assume on time. So you know what was going on. I felt that was a huge disrespect. And when I spoke to my boyfriend about this, he said, well, I said that man was aggressive. I thought his tone was aggressive. I heard him raise his tone and his body language seemed aggressive to me, but maybe aggressive wasn't the word. I saw people in the comment mention toxic masculinity, and I don't think it was toxic masculinity. It might have been a little toxic for him not to be respectful, or to think because he hadn't to think because she's maybe a woman, or maybe because she's a black woman, that she already had an agenda against him, which I felt is what he was thinking. Maybe someone that would be like a mother figure who would give him the same treatment that his mother gave him, which he wasn't happy about. So he's already guarded. He did say he had trouble trusting. But why is it the first thing you say when you meet someone? How about you give them a chance to prove that they're trustworthy? But I understand people are hurt, and people handle things differently. But I told my boyfriend he was aggressive. He said he wasn't aggressive. I said, well, he was toxic. And he said, oh no, toxic masculinity, that again? No, I'm not saying masculinity is toxic. I'm saying some people are toxic, and he's actually, where he's coming from is a masculine, background, is masculine. Not saying it's toxic masculinity. It's toxic, and it's masculine. There's some masculine aggression in there. That's what I saw as a woman. As a woman, I don't like a man raising his voice at me. If the woman raising her voice at me, I can take that a little bit better than a man. I hear the strength and bass in his voice, and I get a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to be scared, but I don't appreciate it. And if someone's going to have that attitude with me and come from that direction, then I don't think you're telling me you don't want to continue this conversation. If someone's rude to me on the phone or they're insanely aggressive, I say what I need to say, and I try to continue the conversation. If they're continuously aggressive, even though I've made a point to show them that I'm coming from a good place. I have no issue with you. I have no malice. I just want to speak to you. If they're still aggressive, then there's no need to continue the conversation. Then I can say, okay, thank you. Have a great day. I have another call coming in. I'll call you back another time, or whatever I need to say. But I don't need to stand for that. I felt Ayana was smart in stepping away from that, because if he escalates and you escalate, you're just arguing. It's two people who are coming in hot. What does that really accomplish? Nothing. What I don't agree with is that she had her son come in and kind of check him, where I understand he was defending his mother, but at the same time, I'm not sure exactly why he was on set. But anyway, that's about that episode. Now, I want to kind of discuss what's been happening in the news lately. I'm hearing more and more cases where women have been killed by their boyfriends and husbands. And maybe because I didn't pay attention as much, or maybe I kind of shielded myself from that kind of news, or maybe I didn't hear people actually spend time talking about it, so it didn't sit with me as long. But I heard the most recent story of a husband with 3 kids, killed his wife because she wanted a divorce, because he was cheating. That's one story. Another one, this boyfriend kills his pregnant wife and kills his pregnant girlfriend and dumps her pregnant body. And that's just 2 stories. I've heard several others. And I'm like, wow. I don't expect to be a Superman or a huge protective veil for us as women, but I feel there should be some kind of protection. And I'm not sure how that will really take place, but it's kind of disheartening to feel like as women we are vulnerable. If we aren't clear in seeing the red flags and we'll continue in certain relationships, or if we're with someone who maybe does show red flags, who's calm and collected and treats us well the entire relationship until that one day where something upsets them and they fly off the handle, that happens too, then we're just, prey for the predator. Thinking about that really overwhelmed me. And I encourage women, and something I need to actually get active in doing myself is take defensive training, take classes in whatever martial arts, take defense classes, have your protection, know your laws for your state, know what you're able to have, what you're not able to have. If you're able to have a weapon, make sure you have your permit, your gun permit, your permit to, make sure you have your gun permit, whichever way you phrase it. And make sure you know the laws for your state. Make sure you know how to use it. Make sure you go to the gun range. Make sure you go to classes. Arm yourself, because you never know. I've heard stories of women too who have invited men over for what they think will be a one-night stand, and then they meet someone who is overly emotional and begin to stalk them after that. Or situations where the guy's in the house, you don't want him to be there, because you've found that you don't have chemistry, you don't like certain things about them, or maybe their hygiene is off, maybe you're just not feeling that spark and you don't want to continue any further. Those women are in situations where they're like, okay, do I tell this guy to go and risk him losing it on me? Or do I just go ahead with the act and hopefully he'll leave afterwards? Or hopefully he'll leave early in the morning. In situations like that, when you're alone with a man, I mean, men are not, and I'm not saying men are all evil. I'm not against men. Men are, I mean, I have a father, I have a brother. I love men. I love people in general, so that's not something I'm saying. But men have ability to hurt women in a way that is unique from what a woman could do to a man. Yeah, there's situations where a woman could stab a man to death, different things like that. But as far as what he can do with his own strength and his members of his body, those are some terrible things. He can do some terrible things. He can do some damage. And there are situations where she's with him in her house or in a hotel. These different stories. One was a house, one was a hotel. And the girls explained they felt coerced because they were like, okay, I can't tell him no, I don't want to. And I can't tell him to leave. And they couldn't find a way to leave themselves. One was a situation where he was in her house. She couldn't leave. Another one was she was in a hotel with him and she didn't think to leave. She could actually left if she had thought of a clever enough way when he was in the shower, left and drove away. But for some reason, women feel pressured, I guess, to continue on to make that person happy, which is not healthy. But when you're in a situation like that, if you feel you have no option and you want to voice that you are not interested, at least you have the ability to defend yourself. Because most women don't want to go through a situation of physical intimacy that they don't want. Most women don't want that. Most women don't want to, close their eyes and wait for it to end. You don't want unwanted, I mean, who wants unwanted sex, right? So just thinking about those things, I think because I may be an empath, it just overwhelmed me, thinking like, wow, it's an interesting situation being a woman. But I just encourage women to protect themselves, to look at those red flags. Don't invite anyone to your home unless you know them for a while. If you're wanting to be intimate, not saying you have to wait. I understand it's 2020 and everybody has their freedom to do what they want to do, but maybe choose a neutral ground, or I'm not sure I want to advise anyone to go to their place, because what if you feel like you can't leave their place? But just make wise decisions. Protect yourself. You're your most important person besides your children. So protect yourself, because when it comes down to it, it's you and him. Who's going to protect you but you? Really. So we just have to make it a thing that we talk about protection. We talk about banding together as women. If you see a woman in trouble, you know, not saying to jump into her situation, but keep an eye out. If you see that you can help, you see you can call authorities, see if you can do something, see if you can be like, hey girl, you okay? That's, it's okay. Be careful of these people you meet online. Don't be quick to, okay, do what you want to do. If you want to be quick to invite them over, you want to go to their place, do that. You want me in a hotel, do that. I don't want to be the one saying, you have to wait 30 days or you have to wait 3 dates or whatever it is. Do what you want to do. You don't have to wait 3 months, whatever you want to do. But just be safe, okay? Because I don't want to, if I could, I would love to not hear any more stories of girls who were dating this guy and they break up and he sees her and kills her, or she wants to break up with him and she tells him she's leaving, he kills her, or a wife says I want a divorce, he kills her, or a girl says she's pregnant, he kills her. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And there's nothing that anyone could do, that I could do about this. Is those can't control those men, can't control their way of thinking. Don't know if they had mental issues. I don't know if I just don't know what's going on. It's just frustrating. I mean, I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it. And I'm probably going to take a break from watching For My Man or Fatal Attraction or some of these little videos that I watch. Not little videos, but some of these videos I watch from, I watch a lot of videos from the divested community, videos about hypergamy, videos just about Black womanhood, about womanhood in general, because even though I am Black, I don't do everything Black this, Black that, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna try to watch less of those videos about women being hurt. But everyone take care, and I'll try not to be so sensitive. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.